this question mark right here launches the MyPath, which is the self-paced training. So it won't work in your environment today, but once you go live, this is where it's available at. So when you click on the question mark, it opens up a screen that looks like this. It says, welcome to MyPath. And on the left-hand side, this is broken down into employee training, manager training, and administrator training. So if you go into employee training, just things like we did today, a day in the life of an employee. There's a lesson on how to log in, how to clock in, how to enter your time, which is the one I'm going to click on now. So there's a lesson on the Dayforce touch clock. So when you go into MyPath, you might give your employees, teammates, what lessons you want them to take, and you'll see there's a demo mode, a practice mode, and a job aid mode in MyPath. If you click on the job aid mode, what it's going to do is it's going to launch a little pop-up with a series of instructions. How to log in, how to enter your badge number, and it gives you printed instructions on how to do whatever activity it is. In this case, it's how to use the touch clock. The other mode is the practice mode. The practice mode, a video plays, and you'll have to click where it tells you to click. And then the demo mode is just sit back and watch a video. And you hear my friend Joel tell you what to do. So I'm going to mute Joel for a second. So this is what the touch clock looks like. So if your employees don't have to punch in and out for breaks, you won't see that. You'll just see the punch in and out for the day, and you'll see punch in and out for the meals on the clock. Everything else would not be there. So whatever functionality you asked us to put on the clock is there. But I'm just going to go through and show you a couple of the screens, what it looks like. So when they punch in the morning, they'll be asked to swipe their badge in your case and put in their ID number. So once they put in their ID number, and again, a video will play and Joel will be telling you what to do, but you would put the badge number in and just skipping forward, and then it tells you right here your punch was successful. So they'll get that screen and they know they punched in successful. And then again, the only thing they'll be able to do is punch in or out. There is other functionality available at the touch clock if it's enabled for your company. So where they can also see their time away from work requests, they can see their messages. I'm just going to pause it for a second. They can see the calendar. So a lot of things you saw earlier today that you could do on the web, you can also do on the touch clock. They can go there and see their schedule. They can go there and put in a time away from work request. They can even see their pay stubs at the touch clock if your company, again, has asked us to enable it. They can initiate a time away from work request right in the touch clock also. So I just want to show you what the touch clock looks like and talk about some of the functionality available in the touch clock. But all of the lessons in MyPath are really quick videos that you watch, and then you'll learn how to do whatever it is you're trying to do. From either entering your direct deposit to seeing your earnings statements. There's a quick video and it shows you where to go and what to do. I'm going to go through one more, which is, we saw earlier, direct deposit information. So again, if I didn't know how to enter my direct deposit, I have a video that says you're a new member of the company, you'd like to have your pay deposited into your bank account. So the video will play. It'll show you exactly where to go in Dayforce. In this case, open up your menu, open up profile and settings, and when you click on forms, you'll select the direct deposit form. So a series of instructions and a video, and tells you how to enter your direct deposit information, but just like I showed you earlier. So I'm just skipping through it because we saw that earlier. But again, after today, once you go live, you'll be able to access MyPath, and then anything you forgot how to do or need a refresher on, there is a video on it. So let me just go back to the main menu for a second. So again, how to request time away from work, there's a video. How to update your availability, how to check your schedule, how to check your benefits. There's a video for everything in Dayforce and the self-paced training. So I just wanted to show you that that's available, and you can always send your teammates there. You can always go there yourself and refresh your memory on how to do an activity in Dayforce. Okay? So that's what MyPath is, and again, it's available at the question mark once you go live. All right, so I'm going to log out of that. I think everyone's back now. So what we're doing is we're going back into scheduling. So again, the login was 2125. And we're here on scheduling. And again, we're going to learn how to create the schedule, modify the schedule, find schedule problems, and then post the schedule. So again, most of your schedules will already be created for you. I'm just going to show you how you can make some adjustments to the schedule, how to add shifts, copy shifts, add multiple shifts, and how to delete shifts. So let me go back in, and I'm going to go into scheduling. And I'm going to go back to that week of January 12th. And then, again, if you have questions, just stop me, please, okay? All right. So this schedule's been created for us. We have to make maybe some minor adjustments. Same thing, you might have to make minor adjustments based on your employee's availability, or maybe based on the demands of your company. But let's say if we needed to add a shift. So the schedule's been created again based on our employees always working the same time, same dates. Let's say if I need someone to come in on Monday that's not normally scheduled. If I click in that cell, you'll see the plus. The plus means to add something to the schedule. Here I can add in a time away from work request if I need to, or add in a schedule. I'm just going to add a schedule. So it brings up this box, and it shows me I'm scheduling Eric. It shows me his work assignment, which is sales associate. So you'll only see their primary work assignment. If they have more than one, then you can hit the drop-down menu, but Eric only has one. And then this is the start time and end time of the shift. I'm going to say I'm going to schedule Eric from 1 to 9 on Monday. So I would click there and hit 1P for 1 p.m., 9P for 9 p.m., and then it automatically adds in the meal break based on our rules that we built in behind the system. But you can adjust it if you need to. So right now it's giving Eric a half-hour break from 3:30 to 4. So again, the fork and knife of the meal breaks. This is the end of the shift. We see the shift duration. We can add a note if we need to, like why we called him in. Maybe it's something that's abnormal. We want to write a note, we can. And this little exclamation point is just telling us that he's going to have overtime if we schedule him for this shift. So again, that's based on the rules that we built in behind the system. It's giving us a warning about overtime. So if that's okay, we can just hit okay. And now we have Eric scheduled from 1 to 9 on Monday, and I'll save that change. Okay. Now just a reminder, the schedule is not yet posted, so no one can see it until we post it. So all these changes we're making, we're the only ones that can see it. Now that's how you add in a shift.
That's
I will also
automatically
want, let's say if I want this shift
When you press save,
to also be
you have
worked
to
by
always
someone
press
else.
save.
I'm going to show you how to do
Save
something.
under
Those of
the
you that want to practice
gray
that are locked
means
in,
it's
you can
already
practice
been
this
saved.
also.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let's say I want this shift to be worked also by
But if you
another
want your
employee.
employees to view it,
I'm
then
going
you
to
press
click
post.
here,
But once
and
you
when I
post
click
it,
there,
if
you
you
see
change
how all of this
anything,
turns gray?
they
Let me do that
can't
again.
see what is changed,
If
like
I
as
move
a
it.
general people.
See how everything that turns
But
gray?
the individual,
Anything that turns gray when I click it
Okay.
just means
If
that
they
person
really know
cannot
the
accept
phone.
the shift. Either because they're
but
already
you only got
scheduled,
one post.
or because they have a different skill set as Eric. So Eric's a sales associate. Lola obviously is not a sales associate because Lola is like grayed out for the whole week. And the other people may have not. Those are customer service people and managers. So wherever it's gray means they cannot accept the shift. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this shift to another employee, and I'm going to do two things. So again, I'm clicking here. I'm going to click and it turns into the little cross, and I'm going to drag it down to Bonita. Let me do this again. Let me undo it because I did too
So
quick.
is it, if I had
Okay, click
overtime
in there,
on Monday
and I'm
for
gonna
people,
drag
I
it
could
down.
click and drag, like if they're all starting at the same time, I could do this. Click
That's
and drag it,
Absolutely.
Now
right?
you'll see two little blue things
Nice.
pop up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my mouse is crazy today.
He's going to show you some
I'll do it
right
one more
here.
time.
Because if you go to the left and you see the one,
If I drag it to the left,
Right.
that arrow means I'm moving it. If I drag it to the right on those two pieces of paper, it means I'm copying it.
copying.
So right now I moved it.
Okay.
I'm going to hit undo. I'm going to drag it again.
He's
So I'm going to
drag
drop it on
He's
top
gonna
of the
go
pieces
over
of
to the
paper.
copy.
And now they both have the shift.
Okay.
So the copying it, when I drag it and drop it to the right was the pieces of paper. Drag and drop it to the left is moving the shift.
They
So right now I
forgot to
copied
teach
the
us
shift, so they
that
both have the same
when I
shift.
was learning.
But in
That's
our
really the
situation,
hardest part
we'll
of
be
scheduling.
dragging it to the right.
That's
Just
right.
dragging and dropping. So here, if I want to move this time,
Nice.
again, I moved it to that person.
You'll spend
So,
more time copying.
again,
Oh, for
I can always
sure.
go back and add a
For
shift for someone, but I'm
So,
just showing you how you can
I
move a
usually
shift
bring
and copy a shift
overtime
to a different
on-
employee.
During the week, I'd say 4 or 5 people. I can just do this.
I'm going to go ahead and save those changes.
Yeah. That's good.
And that's how you add an individual shift to an employee. Let's say I wanted to, here's Lola, and Lola's not currently scheduled. Let's say I want to schedule her. I want to schedule her from Monday through Friday. I'm clicking there for Monday, and I'm holding down my shift key on my keypad, and I'm clicking on Friday. So now the whole week is highlighted. So now, once I hit the plus, add in her time, add in her meal break, and hit OK, she's now scheduled for the whole week. And I'll save that change. So the shift key let me schedule her for the whole week. Let me say I want to schedule Kathy for unconsecutive days. This time I'm going to do the same thing. I'm clicking there, but I'm holding down the control key on the keypad, and I'm clicking on Monday, I'm clicking on Wednesday, and I'm clicking on Friday.
That's-
So the
this is
control
like
key
for
is for
Justin,
unconsecutive
basically.
days.
I could do this. right?
Again, I hit the plus,
Absolutely.
add in the meal break, hit OK, and now I've scheduled Kathy for unconsecutive days.
That's control. And then the shift was the whole.
And again, the instructions are in your guide. I'm just going to overview showing you how to do it. Any questions about adding shifts to a schedule?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save those changes. Again, you only have to do this where, again, your people will automatically be scheduled, so you'll just go in and make minor adjustments. Let's say...
Ray, can I,
Sure.
it's Sherwin, can I ask a question on changing the, like my shift 1, they start at 5 a.m. and their lunch break is it's at 9 a.m. currently according to the rules. How do we change the rules to make it 9:30?
So if it's the rules, then whoever has admin authority needs to go in and do that,
Okay.
because that's something on an ongoing basis that you should be at 9:30.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, whoever has admin authority would have to go in and do that.
Okay, thank you very much.
But if you need to do it on a basis like by yourself, let's say this is the person, let's say Lola. Now, again, the plus is to add something to the shift, the pencil is to edit, and the X is to delete it.
Right.
So just to delete, I'll delete that day. It gets rid of the whole thing. If I wanted to edit it, I'll hit the pencil, and then I can just manually change the meal.
Okay.
So that's the way you can do it until they reprogram it for you.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
What kind
No
is
problem.
that? They don't pay lunch?
All the
Any other
kids are
questions
different.
before I move on?
The only union ones is us in St. Lambert.
No.
Everyone else is not
Okay.
union.
I mean, it's like not
All right,
paid
so
lunch.
let me save those
Some of
changes.
them don't get paid for lunch.
So we added a shift, we moved the shift, we copied the shift, we added consecutive days, and then I did
Definitely different.
unconsecutive days for employee also. Okay. Let me stop for 1 second. All right, so we added, we moved the copy, we did multiple shifts, and I showed you how to delete a shift. That was pretty simple. Okay. So, again, your schedules are going to be loaded automatically for your employees. So, let's say this is a schedule I'm happy with. Now, I'm just going to show you how to do this, but you probably will never have to do this, but just want to show you how. So, this is a schedule I'm happy with, and we're here, January 12th. I'm going to go to a blank week. I'm going to go to the week of February 9th. So this week is blank, and let's say I was happy with that week, and I'm going to copy that week to this week. I'm going to show you how we can do that too. So when I hit generate, and copy week.
We won't do
It asks me
this.
which week I want to copy.
No, I'm gonna generate.
I'm just going to
your
copy the
schedules
week
for
that I
you,
just did,
because I
which
have
was the
plant
week of
access. When I do
February,
it for
January
the
12th.
plant, it's gonna populate yours.
I can copy
Okay.
certain days of the
So,
week, or I can copy the
If you
whole
tried to
week.
get ahead,
I'm
myself
copying
is
the
gonna
whole
wake
week.
you.
And once I hit copy, there's
But I
that
will
schedule
always
now.
go a
Rolled
couple
out in
weeks
this
ahead
week,
for sure.
and I'll
Yeah, so
just
that's
save that
more
change.
than enough,
Yeah.
no, like,
Yeah, it's just to
So a
start
quick
things
way of
off,
copying
because they
schedule,
haven't
and then
designated
again, you
how
make minor
everything's gonna
modifications
be. They
based
just
off
need to get
availability
into it.
or
so
demand.
for instance, like say I had this program, I could do it on the 21st,
So,
22nd, I could just.
I'm going
do
to
it
clear
right
this out. I'm going to hit clear, get
Yeah,
rid of it.
so we're gonna be
Now,
live, but we're
this
not
is-
allowed to
this is
generate
how your
anything
schedules will be
until I
loaded.
get the go-ahead on
Since
the
most of your
23rd.
people always work the same
So,
shift all the
because they're still
time,
messing
Yeah.
with it,
if
And
I
if it
hit
wasn't
generate
in effect,
and shift
I could do
rotation,
it.
that's.
based
No
on the
problem, right?
employee's HR record,
Yeah.
we
but
have what's called a
Don't
shift
do any
rotation loaded.
generating, leave it with me until.
So
we
your
make
employees
the
that always work the
decisions.
same
'Cause I don't
schedule
wanna wipe
have
out
this
your
on
Yeah,
the
you
HR
don't
record.
have to, right?
So one of
Yeah.
your admins have already done that. They've loaded their normal shift, and it creates the schedule. So this is something you wouldn't have to do, it's being done for you already. So the only thing you would do is when you open the schedule, and let's say if it's loaded by shift rotation, here goes the schedule. So this is what your life is most likely going to be like. The schedules will be already loaded going forward. And then if you need to make minor adjustments, now you know how to.
Open more than one.
Again,
tab.
click on the cell,
So
you
you'll
can
be
edit
in
the
a
shift,
similar
edit the break, you know how to do
situation to
that.
me, where you're
I
gonna
need to
be
delete this
changing your
day,
schedules
I know how to do that now.
and loading.
Or if we need to add in someone
You
to
just
come in
have
for
to
additional
remember,
day,
if
we
you
now know
change
how
your
to do
schedule
that.
and save it, you're gonna have to reload,
Any
right?
questions
'Cause
regarding
it's
that?
not necessarily an automatic show, because you got both open at
No,
the
that's
same
clear.
time.
How do you reload it?
And
All right,
he's
I'm gonna
going
save
to
that
tell
change.
you, but see this
Now,
load button?
there is a
Okay.
job that automatically
As soon
posts
as
the
you click
schedule,
it down,
and then again,
and
notifications
all
go
your
out to the
stuff are
employee.
gonna be on the fixed
But in case you ever
page.
have to post the
Yeah.
schedule, this is
But
how
like
easy
for
it will be.
production, they got fixed.
You just go right
pages,
here
delete
and click
ones,
post.
But they also
Quick
have
question, well,
variable
schedules will be
page,
done
which
to
is
you, so you don't have to
production
worry about
ones.
budgets, correct?
So
With
they
your
have to
schedule?
go to both, not just one.
Someone else is doing that part, I assume?
Yeah, it's already preloaded.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about budgets, so don't worry about that. So, again, if you need to post the schedule, you go right here, post, and it'll
So
let you know
if
you're
you
sure
were
you want to
doing
post the
games,
schedule, others will be able to view it at the
You would
posting.
have to go to fixed
So that's what
page
you want.
and
So once you hit
variable
okay,
page to pay his people.
And then if you ever want to know if the schedule's
Yes,
been
from low.
posted, it shows right here in the top right-hand corner if it's posted. So that means now your employees on their mobile
Yeah,
apps and
that's
their
to load the
desktops can see
schedule.
the schedule.
Also, at the very
And if you
top
make
is a
any
menu button,
changes,
Yeah.
and you can
only
click on
the
it.
employees
And that'll
who you make
switch you
changes to
between
will be
variable
notified.
and the other. And again, you can have more than one tab. I just worry about the load button
If you
you're
make a
changing
change,
schedules.
does it have to be
Yeah.
reposted
Because you
or
want
is it just
schedules to
automatic?
load onto your
It's
time
automatically.
sheets.
Yeah.
You don't have to repost it. Okay. So again, those rules behind the scenes are the schedule rules, which restrict what type of changes can be made. And those rules are set in the employee policy, and that's where the rules are set. If you violate the rules, that's what creates a problem on the schedule. I just want to show you what a problem looks like in case you ever have to, but most likely this will be done for you. I'm going to go here to Bonita. I'm going to edit her schedule. I'm going to get rid of her meal break. So you see it creates an error in X. It's letting me know that there's a problem there. And it's telling me that if I have her work 8 hours, I have to give her a 30-minute meal break. If I try to save the schedule, it won't let me save it. You're not allowed to save schedules with errors. So this is an example of an error for my XYZ company. That might not be an error for your company. But I just want to show you what an error looks like that you'll have to fix, before you actually post the schedule is posted. So I just want to show you what it looks like when there's an error. And of course, to fix it, I'm just going to go back in, add a net meal break. And again, I can change the meal break to whatever time I need it to be. I can change her out time to wherever I need it to be. Like someone said they wanted someone to work later. I can just change this to 11 p or 11 p.m.
What's the difference?
And then hit OK.
Fixed and variable, it fixed means it's
And again, if they're working too many hours and don't have enough meal breaks, that'll be another warning that I might get. So like you said, you see scheduling is pretty simple.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
really hard about scheduling.
Variable is production. if
They
you're.
can go
Of course, you have reports that you can
But
run.
if you're not.
You can have a
changing
coverage
anything
report,
in
a printed
schedules,
schedule
and you
report,
needed to go back
a
and
schedule
you can
audit
go in
report.
here as well, timesheets.
Again, whatever reports the company's asked us to put out here for you is there. If you don't see a report that you
No,
need,
it's all right.
it can be created for you.
can
We
go
have,
on your document.
someone in your company has the ability to create reports,
Your manufacturer.
so they can create the report for you, and it'll always be there for you to run.
I would need a password, right? Or
You
something.
need Dane's access. So that's
Let me
either
go back in
him
really
giving
quick.
you permission, because in our
So
profiles.
you
we
just talked
also
about
have
errors,
permissions
must be corrected.
to allow
You might see warnings, like in the case of the overtime, it let me know that that employee was gonna approach overtime. Now, overtime won't stop you from saving the schedule or posting it, but it just gives you, information you need to know about. And then again, you'll have informational
Because
messages.
he's gonna have to do it.
So those are the kinds of things you'll see on the
Yeah,
schedule.
or he'll have to give you, you can set permissions from one date to the next. So
And
he
then
could even give
posting.
you permission for a long length of time, but it means you're gonna see his people every day.
So that was your overview of scheduling, like
Or
you
he
can
can
see
just
it's
give you
pretty simple.
access for every Monday, right?
Yeah, that's the problem,
As far as the time clock, originally your employees would have to be enrolled in the time clock. So I believe someone at your organization has these screens or these screenshots or the guide that we have. If not, I can send it out to someone to send to all of you, or I can send it out to all of you either way. But for the first time, your employees are going to have to be enrolled in the time clock. So when you go to the time clock, it's going to take you to administrative mode. And again, you'll have the instructions in front of you, and you'll enroll your employees. So you're going to go into the biometric screen to enroll the employee. And the screen looks just like what you see here. And the employee, you're going to enter the employee's badge number or swipe their badge. And then it's going to prompt the employee to place their fingers on the sensor.
What did they call me say?
And then it will scan the fingerprint, and it'll go through stages, and then when you get the green arrow, it'll let you know it's okay. And then it'll let you know that you have a successful reading. So it's going to give you an alert, green light's going to flash, and then once they lift their finger, it'll prompt the employee to place their finger again on the scanner. So everything's going to tell you what to do. So once it's done, you're successful, your employees will now be able to use that time clock to punch in and out. So again, we have a guide that we provided you, but if you need it, we'll send it to you again on how to
Please
enroll
do.
in the time
I
clock.
need a copy of that.
Okay, sure. I'll make sure everybody gets it, so I'll send it out right after the class today, okay?
Right.
And let me just write myself a note so I don't forget. Okay, great. Great. All right. So we talked about MyPath, we talked about the fingerprint. So the only thing left to talk about is our timesheets, how we're going to see the employees' punches, and how we can make changes to the employees' punches. So let me share my desktop again. And one more thing before I do that. So if you remember Bonita, she's the one that had more than one work assignment. Right now, Bonita is scheduled every day to work as a sales associate. Let's say I needed her to work as a customer service cashier. I would go into her day, and I can edit it. And on this drop down, I can change her work assignment. So those employees that have more than one work assignment on their HR record, you're able to do this for. So I can change it, and then that day, and again, she'll be notified that the change has been made, so that day she knows where to report
I would do this.
and what she'll be doing when she comes in
And
that day.
automatically the rate goes in.
And then
That's
I'll save
right,
that
and then
change.
you don't have to adjust it after the
Yeah.
fact.
So I just want to show you what it looks like when
And
you
then when I
change
do
someone's
that, I have
work
to put
assignment.
save.
Always
But we're
press
done with
save,
scheduling.
right? If you try to
So,
leave that
I'm gonna
page,
go back
it's gonna
home.
tell you if you leave, it's
Okay.
unsafe. So
Okay,
it
good.
gives
And
you
the
a
next thing
gentle
we're going to talk about
reminder.
is
Good.
timesheet. So the timesheets, I'm going to show you how to access the timesheets, how to see the different options, how to see the timesheet, how to review the timesheet to find problems, how to run reports, how to resolve timesheet problems, and how to authorize and approve the time. So authorization and approving, you'll see is two different steps. Authorization is saying you looked at it and you agree it's correct. Approving it is letting payroll know that the payroll is ready to process. And I'll show you how to do both. So again, on the timesheet, when you go into each individual day, on the left-hand side is the employee schedule. On the right-hand side will be the actual punches. And any discrepancy between the two is what creates those warnings and error messages.
So they're late.
Now, the information gets on the timesheet through the punch clock. If you let your employees enter their time directly, but you guys don't do that, don't worry about that, or auto pay, anybody that's done auto pay. Or if you let them do it in the mobile app. Those are all ways information can get on the timesheet. So we're going to talk about reading the timesheet and loading the timesheet. So we're going to review it, we're going to resolve any problems, we're going to authorize time, and then we're going to approve the pay. So I'm back here, and let me click on timesheets. And then the timesheet again looks familiar, just like the schedule. So let me let that load. Just a quick question, you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
No problem. This tells me I lost connection again, I don't know why, but, okay.
Mhm. What's going on here? Did you-
Oh, hold on,
Quick question about
anything
the
happened? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, is there any way to put in like a buffer, say, like a 15-minute buffer from the start and stop time, that there's a possibility that they may clock out, whether, depending on whether they're finished with their job or not? Where it won't throw up an error message at each day?
Yes, so we can do that. So whoever is programming, let them know that's what you want to do. So that would be that, you know, you don't want to see an error if it's less than 15 minutes, then yes, we can program it like that for you.
Okay, thank you.
I think I lost the Zoom meeting, so give me 1 second.
Yes, we did.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting errors all over.